Hello and welcome to the video. This video is about my process to maiden a plane like this. Now, for those of you that haven't been watching the channel, this is part of my INAV for Beginners 2026 series. I'm going to put a link down below so you can watch all of them. Last time we installed warp snail into the nose. Now, these dolphins are beautiful models and they are super easy to fly. Just a couple of stats if you're interested. All up weight on this is 732 grams with a battery. For such a reasonable wingspan, that's quite light. The CG points are under the wings and I've made sure that the battery is positioned so that those are perfect. Only a couple of things I've changed. I have put a little bit of wet and dry P600 sandpaper onto the launch points on the skids at the bottom to help me launch it, and I've put a little bit of a catch here at the back, which just means I can lock this rear hatch into place for when I get to 6S. I don't want that popping off. A couple of things we need to do at the field before we get into this. Whenever you fire up a plane like this, we need to check a couple of things. First of all, confirm that the servo direction is correct, not only with the sticks as we move them on the radio, but also that as we rock the model around, that the servos are moving in the correct direction to counteract that uncommanded movement. We also need to check that the center of gravity is spot on as well and it balances perfectly. Put your fingertips on the CG marks and it should balance fine. If in doubt, slightly nose heavy is a better way to go, but only by 3 or 4 millimeters. The only other thing that I've done before we went to the field, I have added a little bit of nose up attitude. Models like this at cruise throttle want a little bit of nose up to maintain their altitude. That's actually set in INAV by something called FW_level_pitch trim. About 3.2 is where you need for a dolphin, although I have set up something called auto level as a mode so that I can turn that on via the radio and that can trim that offset so that the plane is going to fly beautifully. So with that all said, let's go to the field and let me step you through how I do a maiden flight. So at the field, the first thing I'm going to do is turn on the radio, then I'm going to plug in the battery for the model and leave it alone for 5 or 6 seconds just to go through its boot and initialization routine. Then I'm going to check that the control surfaces move in the right direction as I move the sticks on the radio, and also the uncommanded movement, the correction from the model, is right as well. Then I'll check the center of gravity is correct, make sure that I've got the battery in the right place so that that is in a really good space. Then it's a case of putting the model down and just letting it go through its process to find enough GPS satellites to get a 3D lock. And when it does, the buzzer will make a trilling sound and the Lua script on the radio will let you know that it's ready to fly. You'll also get a confirmation in the on-screen display if your goggles are working. Once the GPS is locked and happy, then I'm going to plug in the VTX for the avatar and let that power up and confirm in the goggles that I have an image and also an on-screen display. At this point, we are ready to try the maiden flight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arm the model. That is immediately going to go into auto launch because it's permanently enabled. I'm going to raise the throttle to 100%. The model will be beeping all the time while this is happening, and my buddy is very nicely going to throw the model for me, and INAV is then going to spin the throttle up to a high value, pull the nose up to the amount that we've set, and climb for the clouds. Once I've got my goggles in position, I'm going to move the sticks and cancel out of auto launch, and it's going to fall back into horizon mode. Now, this is a self-level mode and we can take our hands off the sticks and see what's happening. I would reduce the throttle at this point to cruise, so typically anywhere from kind of 35 to 50% throttle, and watch what's happening with the altitude. Am I gaining or losing height? If that fixed wing level pitch trim value that we set up before is incorrect, I'm probably going to be either gaining or losing altitude. So what I'll do is I will turn on the trim mode and that will then take care of that. And I'm just flying around at this point. I'm not trying to do anything sophisticated. I'm literally just making sure it responds okay. Everything seems fine. Nothing is going wrong. The video is working okay. The on-screen display is behaving and everything seems all right at this point. As the auto level trim gets a lot closer, I will find that I'm not losing or gaining altitude as I'm flying straight and level, and I will continue to fly for about another minute or so. While that's happening, all the servos are being continuously trimmed into their neutral position, ready to try manual or acro if you want to as part of this flight. However, for me, I'm really happy at this point that everything seems to be working really well. So I'm not going to test manual this time. I'm pretty confident that we are good because I've built Dolphins before. So I'm going to just line it up and come in, land and disarm the model. At this point, I now have confirmed that the level fixed wing is correct, that the pitch trim is correct. I've also checked that it flies, the on-screen display works, the VTS works, and we've confirmed that auto launch works as well. We have taken a pile of bits from the bench and turned it into a flying model. So a maiden flight shouldn't take loads and loads of time. It's literally getting it into the air, flying it around in horizon mode, maybe using auto level to make sure that it isn't sinking or climbing at cruise throttle. That will then trim the servos ready, and you can try it in manual mode. If you're happy with that, pop back into horizon and land. That's all I would recommend you do as part of a maiden flight. Once you've done that, take the win, have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Enjoy the fact that you've just built an INAV plane and it has flown. I may do another video on auto tune. I've got videos on that already on the channel. The process is identical to those videos, but if you want me to do a fresh one with this plane, then please pop a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Also, don't forget that things like the flight controller, the servos, and all those pieces have come from 3DXR. I order them locally here because I'm guaranteeing I'm going to get them in a reasonable period of time. And because 3DXR have such huge stocks, they're worthwhile checking out if one of your normal suppliers is running low on particular things. I wouldn't have managed to get my hands on the flight controller, the Matek F405 Wing V2, if those guys hadn't had it in stock. So link down those guys as well. So thanks again for watching, and who knows, there may be one more video showing you how to tune this thing. But this has gone from a pile of bits on a table, pile of foam, into something that flies and put a big smile on my face. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Painless 360 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description.